Hey, Scorpio, Mel, intuitive coach here, excited to bring in your February 2025 love and family reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Scorpio, what is going on for you? It does look like you are rebuilding perhaps after a tower moment, or you're just working on building a better life for yourself. And I feel like you're quite persistent here. You are quite determined in 2025. Now, there is someone in your energy. This could be you as well. Take it as it resonates. You have the snake and you have the sunglasses. This tells me that there is someone lurking, okay? Someone may be keeping tabs on you via social media. This could be the other woman. It could be an enemy even. And I feel like there is someone watching. Their stalking or their perception here is a little bit miscued, hence the sunglasses. Now, this could be someone that you've split up with. There may have been a divorce from. This could be an ending or a breakup. It may even be a family member who may be jealous of your success as you are trying to rebuild your life in some way. Now, it's interesting as well to note that we are in the year of the wood snake. And you have the snake showing up. In Chinese astrology, the year of the wood snake is all about seeing through illusions. And you have the 7 of Swords coming in here for you. So you're going to be able to see through something. Now, if there's not anyone stalking or veering, which, how would you know unless they tell you or you catch them in some way? But it feels like anybody in your world that isn't honest, or they're not staying true to a relationship or staying true to themselves, you're able to see right through that, Scorpio. And if there has been any looking over your shoulder in some way, I feel like you're saying, here's the Ace of Truth, the Ace of Swords. You're cutting through it here. You're saying, if that doesn't sit with my own truth, if it doesn't resonate with me, if I know that someone is not being honest or there's betrayal of any sort, I am going to do what I need to do to rebuild and not sabotage by falling victim to some sort of illusion, some sort of lie, dishonesty, betrayal, or entrapment even. And that's why your key theme here is the hammer. The hammer is about working on figuring out what is in fact guided through your intuition versus what's really going on around you. And that is a big part of the North Node in Pisces as well. Pisces has us looking at our feelings, right? Pisces energy asks us, are we feeling okay with what's going on? Does this feel off? Does this feel triggering? And I feel like you are watching other people in some way as well. So part of this watching behavior could be you, but I feel like it's because you want to see if someone can walk the walk, talk the talk, and stay consistent. You want to see basically if actions are aligning, if words are aligning, if someone is being honest, if you can trust them. That's what it really comes down to. Bottom of the deck, you have the Judgment card. The Judgment is your energy here, Scorpio. And I do feel like there could be a second chance coming up, a second chance at love, a second chance to open your heart, because I am getting the 3 of Swords. Even though I don't see it in here, I feel like a 3 of Swords happened in the past for you, where you may now be really taking a look at any unresolved emotional pain causing you to not be able to trust, because the snake wouldn't be here if there was a situation, that we didn't have to second guess, or if there wasn't a trigger, or if trust wasn't an issue in the first place, the snake wouldn't be here. So I feel like it is important for you not to put on some rose-colored lens. Try not to look in the other direction. We are being asked at this time to do the work. And if this is you that is in denial regarding a relationship. Perhaps you are telling yourself, oh, it'll get better, or, if I just give it a little bit of time, or I just need to be more understanding, whatever it is that you're telling yourself that may be an illusion, or it may be waiting or hanging on to some sort of potential, or hanging on for something to change, that could be a lie. Now, of course, there may be someone, family member even, that's kind of snaking their way in, right? Trying to slither their way maybe back into your life. And that may be why they're watching, because they're observing from a distance, saying, ooh, I wonder if Scorpio's single, or I wonder if they're having problems in their relationship, or I wonder where they live now. It just feels like someone is watching from a distance. Now, bottom of the deck, you have not today, and you also have the picture card. This tells me that this is someone from the past, someone that you have had a connection with at some point, possibly divorced from, because you have the 10 of Swords in the recent past, or just anyone that has betrayed you or has cut you off. Maybe you've cut them off, and I see that they may be missing you, okay? Or they're nostalgic, which is why they're peeking in on you in the first place. Now, of course, you're over here wanting to make some new memories. You want to live your life in a very abundant, healthy, happy way, and you may be contemplating here. I'm getting a contemplation about what your next move is. This may not even have to do with a relationship. This could be your next move in life, like career or an actual move. You may be contemplating, traveling. It feels like you're focused on other things, and you may not even be aware of something over here that's happening, or you may not want to face what's happening over here. There could be something that needs addressing, because someone's coming in hot. All right. With this Knight of Wands, I mean, he's quick. He's a mover. He's one of the fastest movers of the knights. He is someone who can be impulsive, a bit restless here, even inconsistent, sometimes known as a player. And it just feels like there is someone coming in, but you may be the one that is wondering, can I trust them? If you already know, if they finally have made an appearance in your life, which if they haven't yet, I feel like they will. Okay, you're going to hear from them. There will be a message of some sort. Now, I feel like you've been hurt, which is why you have boundaries up. This can be avoiding conversation. You may not have spoken to someone for quite some time. All right, you may not have dealt with them. You may still be upset. They may be upset still. So let's take a look at where this is going. Now, Knight of Wands is showing up as the overall energy. This is some quick in and out, right? It's quick in one day, out the next. This could be a one and done message. Maybe this is someone that shows up out of the blue and then they're out of your life the next minute. It almost feels like this person doesn't even know what to do with themselves half the time. They don't know if they want to be in or if they want to be out. I'm not loving this. It is showing up a bit sideways, and I feel like it has affected your energy in some way. The inconsistency has. Now, Scorpio, you have the 10 of Cups crossing this energy. So for some of you, this could be a family member, someone that you started a family with. It could even be messages around maybe child support or alimony. If you're going through a divorce currently, or perhaps there's still some sort of ties, but you're wanting to rebuild over here, it still feels like someone is perceiving a situation in a way that feels challenging. All right, it feels challenging. It still feels sneaky. It still feels snaky. It feels icky is kind of what I see here. And whether that's you or the person that is behind the scenes here, if they haven't made an appearance yet. Now, 10 of Cups in reverse can be feeling disconnected from a loved one, or feeling like you are lacking emotional fulfillment. And that's why this energy may be sweeping in. Okay, this energy is sweeping in because they want that emotional fulfillment, but I just feel like they're looking in the wrong place. Or if this is, of course, if this is someone you separated from, divorced from, They may be reaching out of even boredom. Okay. I have to put that out there with the Knight of Wands in reverse, because sometimes he does. He gets a little bit bored and he is impulsive, and he reaches out, or he does things that, 10 minutes later he may think, well, why did I just do that? So I feel like there's some inconsistency going on that is causing disconnect or causing emotional imbalance within a family dynamic. Now, for some of you, you've already moved on. You may have a family here, and there could be someone from the past that is trying to creep in to your energy. Now, you could be dreaming about someone. Someone could be trying to connect with you energetically. Physically, you may not see this person at all. Maybe you haven't seen them for quite some time. But I feel like there is someone that is trying to interfere with your happiness. All right. Below you, you have the King of Cups. Okay, I am seeing here a King and a Queen of Cups. You have the King of Cups in your foundation. It looks like there may have been an ending or a divorce, because I see the Queen of Cups showing up as an outcome energy here for you. So it does tell me that you were very much emotionally tied or connected to this individual, whether this was, a romantic partnership, perhaps this was a strong bond between you and a best friend, or, a brother and sister, whomever. I feel like there was a very difficult ending, something difficult, and it may have broke down because someone wasn't honest. There may have been another individual involved, right? Another woman. There may have been competition. You may have had to compete for this person's love. Perhaps they were a workaholic, or perhaps they chose something other than the relationship, and that got in between, right? There's something that got in between the relationship. It could have even been, a parent or children or whatever it may be. I feel like there's something that caused disconnect. Now, you have the Four of Wands above you. The Four of Wands above you is about home, family, stability. It's about your tribe. It's the card of marriage. It's the card of foundation. And it's also the energy of cooperation and support. Now, it feels like you have bits and pieces of this, or this is what you're trying to rebuild. Okay. Now, for some of you, it got real close to divorce or an ending, or perhaps there has been, but you may be contemplating, is there enough love to rebuild? Is there enough love to turn this around? Like, we've hit max capacity, knowing we cannot move forward in the way that we were moving. Now what? And I just see what you are trying to rebuild, because your first card out here is the Hammer. This is sabotage and rebuilding after something was sabotaged. This is persistent. Someone's persistent, and I feel like it is the Knight of Wands. This is about you working on it. It feels like you want to work on a relationship, maybe work on yourself, or maybe someone is coming in offering you the opportunity to work on it, even if it's on a friend level, if it's, a family member. I feel like you may want to repair, because I see the Four of Wands here. Now, I don't know if you want to repair it with this individual or not. That's going to be up to you, but it's going to be up to if you can trust. If you can trust that this person genuinely loves you and wants to make it work. So for a lot of you that are tuned into this reading, this is someone that you're already connected with, or it is a part of you that is opening yourself up to love. I'm just going to say, if you're single, you may have been single for quite some time because there was a difficult ending that had to do with trust. Or if this is a family member or a friend you haven't talked to for a long time, it may have been difficult for you to reconnect to new family or new friends, or even put yourself out there, because it feels like trust was severed so severely that sometimes you just felt like it would be safer to be on your own or be by yourself. Now, you have the Seven of Swords in the near future. This is where honesty and integrity and truth come into play. This is about illusion, right? Dishonesty that stems from fear or a desired outcome. Now, the fact that we have the Snake and the Seven of Swords, I don't necessarily trust this, right? I don't trust this situation or this individual, not if they are showing up as the Knight of Wands. Now, if this is someone who's different than this King of Cups, it just tells me that they haven't quite learned the lessons that they've needed to learn, or if they have, they're going to have to work hard at it. They're going to have to work hard and know that it takes time and effort, right, to rebuild a home that's maybe burned down, to rebuild a situation that has broken every morsel of trust possible. And I do see someone is quite persistent. They may be very persistent in showing you and trying to tell you at the same time, right? The actions and the words, and trying to stay consistent. But I feel like even if they are telling the truth here, you're still looking over your shoulder, which is, it's not fun to do. And you may have a choice to make. Do I love this person enough to open up and to give this another shot? Yeah. Now, what's happening here is you want the whole truth, nothing but the truth, even if the truth hurts. So if there was a situation where someone lied, betrayed you, cheated, they weren't being honest, you want the why, you want the how, you want to understand it, you want to make sense of it, wrap your head around it, you want a breakthrough. And the only way for that breakthrough to happen is to get answers. And the Ace of Swords is here with a new sense of understanding. This is honesty. So actually, I want to say here, the Seven of Swords, I didn't see this Ace of Pentacles here with the World. So for some of you, yes, you're going to know if someone is not being honest, but there is a big percentage of you where someone has really messed things up. There's been denial, or there's been trust issues. Maybe this is you, maybe it's another person, but I feel like there is genuine trying here. So genuine trying to rebuild or trying to make something better. But it feels like it's heavy, the distrust piece. So this could be your energy that I'm picking up on, because with the World showing up with the Ace of Swords, I actually feel like you're able to cut through the truth. And you're able to open your heart up here to love. It feels like if you get someone's truth or answers, or even if it's hard, even if it's difficult, that may be what unlocks a second chance. But if someone is, kind of sugaring the truth, or if they're not being honest, if they're humming and hawing, that's how you're going to know here. And I feel like that's how you're going to make the answer, or decide your answer, because the breakthrough is coming in. We have the World showing up here. All right. The World says that you've gone through a major journey of your life. This is a completion. Now, this is showing up in the environment. There is a completion here of energy, and it feels like there's a victory that something is over. There's a victory. Now, if you are like, Mel, I am never going to go back to the snake, that's definitely okay. You could be rebuilding with a new family here, or you're opening up your heart to new love, because I see the Ace of Pentacles, and I feel like these two are connected. I have an extra card here, and I feel like I know why. The Ace of Pentacles in the World is connected in your current environment. There's the new beginning. So please take the story as it resonates to you. Some of you are leaving the snake in the past, never going back, and you're rebuilding with someone new, or you're rebuilding yourself up after a loss so you can have the life that you want. And for others of you, this is someone else that has hurt you, and you're contemplating giving them a second chance. Now, the World says you've closed out a cycle. Yes, something has happened, but if you want a new beginning, this is what needs to happen. This cycle needs to be closed out. So if we are constantly bringing up the past, if we are constantly throwing something back in someone's face for what they did or what they didn't do, or if we're constantly trying to rebuild in the same energy that destroyed, what's going to happen? It's not going to be solid. There's going to be cracks in the foundation. Think of trying to use this hammer and nails and trying to rebuild with the rusty, crooked nails that you pulled out of the logs in the first place, or the 2x4s, right? It's trying to hammer them in with those same nails. It's not going to be sturdy. It's not going to be concrete. And if you want to start fresh, you really got to start fresh with some new nails. You got to build and not throw up the past if you want to move forward. All right. Now, for those of you that are like, Mel, I know this snake. I divorced this snake. Yes, my family is kind of going through some stuff at this time. I can't trust this person, especially if you're still going to court together. I can't trust that they're being honest, and the truth will come out. For those of you that are going through, again, a sticky situation, it's messy here with some hidden truths. The Ace of Truth tells me the truth is going to come out and you will have a victory. There will be a new beginning. Now, the fear, Scorpio, is the Hermit. The fear is being alone, right? Or being rejected or withdrawing or loneliness. And I think that is everyone's fear at times. You know, we crave connection. We crave a sense of belonging and partnership. We crave family and soul tribe. So what I see happening here is not necessarily the shadow or the lower vibration of the Hermit. I feel like the hope is that you can gain introspection over the situation, over what's going on here, do your soul searching, and have that breakthrough moment, breakthrough healing that you're currently working towards. Now, it's interesting as well because we have water element here. We also have the North Node in Pisces, South Node in Virgo. This Hermit energy is Virgo. So this is the year where, again, if it doesn't feel right to you, if you know that someone's being shady, if something feels off, this is time for you to Hermit. And we're also in a 9 year. Okay, 9 is the Hermit. So this is a time to really go within and check in with yourself. Check in and ask, does this feel good? Do I feel safe? Does this feel right? Is this what my heart is leading me to do? And that comes to your outcome, the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is all about the feeling here. And I do feel like you are highly empathic, Scorpio. You're also a water sign. And I feel like you are someone who's very intuitive. You're someone who loves. You love with your whole heart. And you want to go deep with others. You want to foster genuine conversations and genuine connections. You also are very nurturing and you are very intuitive yourself. So I feel like, again, as I mentioned earlier, you're going to pick up on things and you're going to know if someone isn't being honest with you. And even though there's still some of the fears of perhaps the old wounds of betrayal, I mean, this could be someone new that you're dealing with, or it could be someone of the past, but I feel like the heart is leading the way here. And this is a true soul connection, the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups here. But of course, if something severed along the way, you know, you can still co-parent with someone without, you know, letting the King of Cups or the Queen of Cups go into the reverse position. And I'm not sure if it's there for some of you. Okay, there may be a feeling here of you can't trust, right? You can't trust, or people pleasing, or putting yourself out there, not taking care of yourself. But I feel like it's more important now than ever to make sure that you are choosing you. All right, more than ever that you are choosing you, because this King of Cups, he's in your deep past. So if he's no longer in your energy, if that's why the 10 of Swords is here, if you're divorced from him, you know, there were obviously some really beautiful things. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been together. But I also see that you're a lover and you want to give people at times the benefit of the doubt. But Scorpio, when someone hurts you, when it runs soul deep, I feel like you need time, right? As we all do, but you need time to reflect and time to come to some sort of sense here. Like, does this make sense? Am I supposed to move forward? All right. So just to clarify, for those of you that are dealing with someone that you've cut out, and they're a snake, you don't want anything to do with them, you cannot trust them, you have a new beginning coming in. You're wrapping up this whole cycle, and you do have a brand new beginning after a time of introspection, after a time of maybe being single for a little bit. Then I see you fully putting yourself out there and opening your heart again so you can attract, because what's the potential? The 4 of Wands. This is marriage or commitment. It's the 11-11. This could possibly be like twin flame. But I definitely see that there's the potential for that here. Now, for others of you, if you're on the other side of the story where someone has hurt you, maybe you're still married to them, or maybe you're on the edge of, do I want to be married to them? You know, it all comes to this trust factor. Maybe it's trusting in yourself. Are you in denial over a situation? Did someone do something that is irreparable? Can you rebuild this? Can you, work on it? Do both people want to contribute here? And I feel with the Judgment card, there's a second chance. With the Star card right behind it, there is a second chance to heal. But again, we cannot be bringing up the past stuff. We cannot bring in the old. We cannot build with those old rusty broken nails and try to hammer that back into the foundation, because it will collapse. All right. So what's a message here from the wisdom of the Oracle? What do we have, please, for Scorpio? Ooh, all right, Scorp. We have Go the Distance. You have a couple of cards that flew out here. So you have Go the Distance, and this is beautiful because you have the finish line here, and you can see that this beautiful cheetah is, kind of fading. The back legs are fading into this newfound energy here, and it feels like the past is starting to fade. Something is fading slowly or hazing slowly out, and you are excited to blend in this new beginning. Now, some of you could be 47 years old. We also have here co-create. Okay, wow. It feels like this is the outcome. Like, go the distance. That's the advice to get you to the outcome here. The co-create is coming together, but also co-creating is about listening to spirit. Co-creating with your biggest manifesting partner, which isn't in the physical. I mean, yes, it certainly can be, but it starts from that spiritual, co-creating with spirit, because then that leads to that beautiful partnership in the external. And then lastly, you have regeneration. Some of you may be 40, 46, or 47 years old. And regeneration here, because I'm getting the Judgment card showing up as well, this is the card I'm going to read for you. Now, 46 and 47 back to back, it's about rebirth, second chances, and new opportunities. The world is based on connections and relationships. No matter what loss has occurred in the past or even now, death and endings are only illusions. Yeah, there's the snake. There's the Seven of Swords. There's the Ten of Swords. That's that illusionary snake energy that we've been talking about. There is life after death, love after loss. And in this moment, you are radiating the regenerative life force energy that makes you irresistible to love in all forms. Now is the time when you will see evidence of this new emergence. And there's that Knight of Wands coming in. So if this Knight of Wands is someone new, this is the emergence. If this Knight of Wands is someone old or past person or someone that you're currently connected to, I feel like there's the evidence. Okay, there's some sort of evidence coming in. Ace of Pentacles is the ace that we can see, we can touch, we can smell. It's the tangible ace. It says, don't be afraid. Oh, I totally skipped to the next page in a specific sentence, and I'm just going to read it, even though it's completely the next page. It says, don't be afraid to face the facts. There is no need to struggle. Whatever your query, let it go, because you are about to be reborn. Wow, that is pretty powerful. It just, my eyes focused in on that specific sentence here, and it wasn't even where I was reading from. Now, because you also have Go the Distance, and it's the next page, the next number, 46 and 47, I am going to read this to you as well. This is about endurance, strength, and the long haul. You either are in or are calling in. I mean, that is the energy of this reading. As I said, usually I try to make it very clear, but there is two storylines going on, or two groups of people. Someone that you're dealing with currently, and someone that you are, well, dealing with, but one's ending for good and one you're considering a second chance. For better or worse, as you ride the ups and downs and even strain, break yourself, and are remade in new growth, you are being redeemed by the power of regeneration. You cannot make that up. Look at that. You are being reborn in the power of regeneration. That's the same card. I love that they came out together here. All right. It says, harmony does not mean there will never be a wrong note played out, but that the relationship is marked by endurance and dedication to overall unity. Even if you are co-parenting or even if you are separated, it doesn't have to be that eye for an eye. Okay, there can be forgiveness, there can be healing. It doesn't mean you have to ever get back with each other. If this is a family member, can you love from a distance? If there isn't a physical coming together. It says harmony does not mean, again, that there will never be a wrong note. A new song can be written, an instrument can be tuned, and the symphony of love will play on. Listen with your heart, and that's your outcome. The Queen of Cups, listen with your heart. Isn't it magnificent? Scorpio, that is what I have for you. Powerful reading today. If you resonate with this, please hit that thumbs up. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. And thank you so very much for tuning in. Lots of love.